I am so excited to finally get to go camping again. I really wanted to get out there this summer, but I feel like things have just been so busy. And any time I would have had an opportunity to go out, it was so hot and it would have just been miserable with this heat. But I've been really inspired by this one Korean vlogger I watch that does a weekly camping video. It's been raining like a ton over in Korea lately, so everything looks cozy, but a bit of a pain. Yeah, the weather, though, for us is perfect for a camping trip. We lucked out. Crisp, cool breeze, but not freezing. I really hope you packed a warm sleeping bag, because I have a spot on the mountain, and it's going to get real cold tonight. Great, yeah, you can pull up here. Park for free in front of the Welcome Center overnight, and you can skip the fees of the campground parking. You just have to pay for it with a bit of a hike, but the views are amazing. Yeah, this is my favorite camping spot in the state, and I've been to a lot of campsites. It's great for a beginner camper, lots of amazing views, and there's a campground close by if you're a little spooked by sleeping straight up in the woods. That's all you brought? Well, it's fine. I brought my entire camping setup, so we shouldn't be wanting for anything. I tried not to bring too much because if we really wanted to go all out, I could have brought my big tent with the air mattress. Nope. For your very first camping experience, you gotta rough it for the most part. Alright, so we have a little bit of a hike, so make sure you can have your water bottle handy. We're gonna go up this small mountain, and there's a nice little clearing near a cliff that has a gorgeous view of the canyon. It's my favorite spot, and so few people are willing to actually make the trek up because it's far from the campground. So, how come you never been camping before? I've invited you lots of times. I get it, but honestly, we live in a world where there's basically high-speed internet access everywhere. I completely understand that sentiment, though. I didn't always love camping as much as I do now. It was boring sometimes. Even to me when I was a kid, but now that I'm older, I find it really relaxing to just disconnect from the weekend, turn off my phone, and take some time to reflect and be away from the grind. It's not for everyone, but it works for me. And I hope you just won't be bored the entire time. Don't worry, I packed my little projector and screen in the car. If you get bored to death, I'll run back down and get it, and we can watch some old movies. If you can't stay away from your technology for that long. I'll keep you occupied, don't worry. I mean, look at this view. Isn't it gorgeous? It's like right out of a mystery novel in the morning when the fog rolls in over the mountains, especially when we get to the top. Do you need a quick break? I know this isn't the easiest hike. No? Alright. Do you want me to take one of your bags? Listen, there is literally nothing to be embarrassed about. The first time I made a hike like this a few years ago, I was dying by the time I got to the top. And I haven't been camping in months, so I'm definitely feeling it right now. A backpack? I guess it's around 30 pounds or so. I told you I packed light. Trust me, you don't know how much you need until you're stuck out in the wilderness, without any way to rinse off your bowls. I got you, don't worry. And we're almost there now. See? Look at this view. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it out here. And it's supposed to be super clear tonight, so it's gonna be even more beautiful. I can't wait for you to see it. Alright, so it looks like my stone circle has held over the summer, for the most part. Can you just make sure the spots in the stone filled where they've fallen and collect some wood for the fire? Best to do it while we've got some light. I'll start setting up the tent. I brought my big one, so might need your help putting it up completely. Yeah, that wood looks great. Just toss it next to the pit. If you could, give me a hand with the tent. Just grab that pole and lift it up so it makes that arch. Yep. Perfect. Alright, time to grab our sleeping bags. What's wrong? Can't find your sleeping bag? What do you mean? You sure? What did you pack if you didn't bring a sleeping bag? Is it not one of these? No, just blankets and hoodies. Did you leave it in the car? Yeah, I know we triple checked before we made the hike, but maybe you misplaced it in the back seat or something? Yeah, there's cell service here. It's not the strongest, but you forgot to take your phone off silent and your sister texted you that you left it on the table? Well, that's unfortunate, but don't worry. We'll figure something out. I'm sure we have enough blankets between the two of us to make you into a cozy burrito. No problem. Hey, it's okay. Don't stress out. Part of the fun of camping is running into snags in the plan and coming up with a solution on the fly. We have the tent up. We have the campfire set up. Next thing we have to do is start setting up dinner. We live in the year 2024. We aren't going to be eating hot dogs on a stick. No, siree, we're going to make some hot pot. It's what I always have when I go camping. It's so comfortable and easy, and I brought everything for it. So first, we're going to set up the little hot pot so that the fire is under the stand, so the bowl is right above the flames. I bought a spicy and milk-based broth, and they're shaped like these little bears that'll melt right in. And this thunk is why I made us stop at the market before we got here. I got fresh meat, shellfish, and pork belly, bulgogi, skirt steak, short ribs, garlic chicken, fish cakes, crab, gyoza, fish balls, tofu. And the special treat, I got a little bit of wagyu that we can grill too. I've never had it before, but I thought we could share a bite or two. I'm salivating just thinking about it. Are you hungry? Great, because I'm starving. Ah, it smells heavenly. I'm so excited. Hot pot is genuinely one of my biggest comfort foods. It's the perfect food. You don't have to spend lots of time cooking, just tossing things in the hot broth, and it can be done either alone or, with friends. It's exactly why I asked to go to Hot Pot for my birthday. If you're gonna go out, always make sure you order at least for 2 people. So, I need a hot pot buddy. Oh, you'll go with me next time? Aw, I'd love that so much. And this market was fantastic. I've never gone there, but definitely next time when I go camping, gotta do that again because this meat is so tender and juicy. Delicious. Yeah, the stars are gorgeous. I'm so happy it was clear tonight. Not trying to be all mushy or anything, but I'm happy you asked me if I could go camping. There are some of my friends, whom I love very much, that I don't know if I'd go camping with. I go camping to relax, and some of them are so chatty that if I was stuck in the woods with them for the night, I think I'd leave more exhausted than I came. But you're always so easy to be around. The silence doesn't feel awkward. I don't feel like I have to jump through hoops to entertain you all the time. You're just really chill. And I appreciate that. Oh, look! A falling star! Wish for something, quick! When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Something like that or whatever. And so what if I believe it? If there are even small chances in this world that it might come true, why risk it? It's like people who mess with a Ouija board. Why risk getting haunted? Of course, I don't mess with Ouija boards. Fine. If you don't believe it, then what did you wish for? More quiet moments like this? Yeah, I wished for something similar too. Ready for dessert? I got stuff for s'mores. Sometimes you just can't mess with the classics. All right. Dishes are rinsed and food packed up and put away. Don't want to get jump scared by a bear. No, I've never had that happen to me. I take the proper precautions. So now we have to solve the sleeping bag problem. Between us, we have a couple of blankets. I can wrap myself in them and you can take the sleeping bag. Why me? Well, because although the spot is beautiful, it is a little rocky, and whoever is going to be sleeping on the ground isn't going to have the best time. And usually you might be able to stack all of the blankets, but since the sky is so clear, it's going to get really cold. Which also means whoever has the blankets is going to have to bundle up with them. We could bundle up our clothes, but it still wouldn't be the comfiest thing. Are you sure? I mean, sure, it was technically your fault that you left your sleeping bag at home, but it was an honest mistake, and I don't want your first camping experience to be ruined by a miserable night's sleep. I mean, of course I'm willing to tank it. You're my best friend, and I want you to have a good time. You're not gonna let up, are you? Alright, if I can't convince you, then be sure that at any point you wake up and want to switch, I happily will. Hey, everything okay? You're tossing a lot. I told you it was going to be uncomfortable. Come on, let's swap. I mean it. You're going to be exhausted tomorrow if you don't get some sleep, and we have half a mile down the mountain. I don't want you to break a leg or something. You're shivering pretty bad. Hey, come on. Come on. You might actually get hypothermia. Get in the sleeping bag with me. Come on. Were you gonna risk a finger over a sleeping bag? I'll help warm you up. Come on, scooch over. There you go. Give me your hands. Here. Let's warm you up. Feeling better? Good. Alright, I'll get a blanket and wrap you up, and then you can sleep, okay? You don't want me to leave? Isn't it awkward, having me so close to you? Yeah, I don't know. You always call me one of the guys, and I don't think you regularly cuddle with your bros. Even if it is to stop hypothermia, just want to make sure I'm not making you uncomfortable. You like having me here? Well, now I know the frostbite must have gotten to your brain. Because you don't talk to me like this. Ever. I guess there's no better time than now. Cuddling in a sleeping bag in the woods alone. Your lips still do look blue. Maybe I can help warm them up. Was that too far? I'm glad that you liked it. I didn't know if you'd seen me as anything other than just one of your guy friends, but... You've had a crush on me for how long? Why didn't you say anything? Because I seemed too comfortable. Okay, what can I say? You make me really comfortable. Like I said earlier. But, I'd be lying if I didn't say I wasn't a little nervous now. But I like it. Still feeling cold? Here, let me help. And, hey, my wish came true. I told you should never say your wishes out loud.